Good morning, my dear students. So, in previous classes, I explained many properties of colloids. So, today I will discuss one more property of colloids, that is Brownian moment. Right? So, this is also one of the property of colloids. So, when a colloidal solution it is observed under powerful ultra microscope, right? So, what happens? What we can see in that colloidal solution means we can see here this type of motion of zigzag motion of colloidal particles here. Means each and every colloidal particles it is moving from one place to another place, and these colloidal particles are colliding with each other, and these colloidal particles are colliding with this wall of the container. Then only the direction of this colloidal particle is changing here, right? You can see in this here in diagram, each and every colloidal particles are colliding with each other and wall of the container also. So this motion of colloidal particle is called Brownian moment. So how they are moving means we can see, I will show here, this is zigzag path. Zigzag path means they are traveling like this. Suppose here one colloidal particles and it is moving in straight line. Its direction is changed when it is collide with other colloidal particle, and its direction change like this. Again it is moving in straight line like this. This is called zigzag motion of colloidal particles. Colloidal particle direction is changed when it is collide with other colloidal particles or wall of the container. You can see in here in diagram here, right? So what is meant by Brownian moment means this zigzag motion of colloidal particle is called this Brownian moment. Understood? Zigzag motion of colloidal particles is called Brownian moment. So this is the definition, simple definition of this colloids. That's a simple definition of this Brownian moment, right? So who is first observed this colloidal motion under ultra microscope? Mean this is the first scientist. He is the first scientist, Robert Brown, who observed this Brownian movement of colloidal particles in a powerful ultra microscope. That's why name is kept. His name is Robert Brown, so name is kept Brownian moment here. This is the first scientist, right, who observed this Brownian moment, right? So next, so this colloidal particle is not depends on nature of colloidal particles, means independent of nature of colloidal particle. So it depends on what? It depends on two things. First one, size of colloidal particles. First one, size of colloidal particles. You can see here size of colloidal particles, and second one, viscosity of this colloidal solution particles. Viscosity here. So how it depends on size? First see how it depends on size of colloidal particles. You know already the range of colloidal particle, that is 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer. This is the range of colloidal particle that already discussed in the previous classes, right? Suppose this is one colloidal particles whose size is in the range of colloidal particle, one more colloidal particle. So it is, first one is larger in size, second one is smaller in size. So which one will move very fast in the zigzag path of colloidal particles? Means as size is increases, Brownian moment decreases. Means moment of this colloidal particle decreases. As size decreases, Brownian moment increases. This is the first how it is. Brownian moment depends on size here. Smaller size, faster the Brownian movement, larger size, slow the Brownian movement here, right? Next, viscosity. How it depends on viscosity. Before going to discuss how Brownian movement is depends on viscosity, first I will explain what is meant by viscosity here. See, very simple definition. It is a resistance to the free flow or movement of substances. Suppose if I take one substance, that is water, and one more is some oil, some one kind of oil. If this water and this oil is kept on same slopey surface area, then which one will move very fast? Means this water moves very fast as compared to this oily substance. In downward direction, water is flow very fast as compared to this oily substance, because this oily substance have some resistance force, means somehow it has more viscosity as compared to this water here, right? So more viscosity, movement is slow, less viscosity, movement is fast. Likewise, in colloidal solution also, lower the viscosity, faster will be the Brownian movement. See here, from that means Brownian movement depends on two factors: particle size of particles, and second one is viscosity of solution, right? That means smaller the size of colloidal particles and lower the viscosity, Brownian movement becomes fast. This is the relation between particle size of colloids and viscosity of the solution or the solvent, right? So next, first I explained that is definition of Brownian movement. So it is depends on size, and next one viscosity. Now the next question is, why Brownian movement takes place actually? Why they are moving continuously in zigzag path? In zigzag path, you can see here, no one particle is at rest position. Continuously they are moving in zigzag path. Their direction is changed when they collide with each other or wall of the container. That is due to this Brownian movement is due to unbalanced bombardment between the colloidal particles, here in between the colloidal particles, and bombardment between the colloidal particles and the molecules of dispersion medium also. Due to that only Brownian movement takes place here. Now one more question is arise here: why these colloidal particles are not settled down at the bottom here? Here, if all these particles after some times, if we kept rest position, if they settle down at the bottom, then what happens? Brownian movement does not take place. But this is a settling of colloidal particle does not takes place under gravity. They are continuously in zigzag motion. Means continuous Brownian movement takes place in colloids. They are not come at rest position at the bottom, right? So why this colloidal particle do not settle under gravity here? That is due to stirring effect, which does not permit the particle to settle down at the bottom. Due to this stirring effect only, colloids have stability. Colloids become stable, and the colloidal particles have this size in that range only. Because if stirring effect does not takes place means what happens, all these colloids are get settled down at the bottom, then these colloidal particles come close to each other, then particles combine, then particle size is increases, then particle size becomes more than the in the range of colloidal particles, right? But this settling of colloidal particle does not takes place, that is due to stirring effect. This is this is only the responsible for stability of colloids. Understood? Right? So this is about the Brownian movement, right? So in